What's up guys, we're here in Medellin, and in this video, we're going to show you our top things to do here, as well as some important safety tips for the city. So hope you enjoy it. Medellin is located in the Aburrá Valley of Colombia, a central region of the Andes Mountains. The city has undergone a remarkable transformation in recent years. Once known for its troubled past, it now stands as a vibrant metropolis, renowned for its innovation, culture, and stunning landscapes. Nicknamed the City of Eternal Spring, Medellin also boasts a pleasant year-round climate, making for great outdoor adventure opportunities. In this video, we highlight 12 of the best things to do in and around Medellin. At the end, we'll also highlight a few travel safety tips. Now let's dive in. We are Zach and Ina. We make helpful videos about destinations around the world so you can easily plan your own adventures. The Castle Museum is a unique architectural gem situated in the El Poblado district of Medellin. Built in the 1930s, this Gothic-style castle was inspired by the castles of the Loire Valley in France. This building was originally a private residence of a wealthy family, but was transformed into a museum in the 1970s. Today, it houses a fascinating collection of elegant furnishings, as well as European and Colombian art. You can do a guided tour of the interior, but no photos or videos are allowed inside. Arví is an immense forested park, soaring high above the city. It's easily accessible from Medellin via the iconic metro cable. Starting from Acevedo station in the north of the city, you get on Cable Line K, which takes you to the Santo Domingo station. Then, you transfer to the Cable Line L to Arví. This cable car trip to reach the park takes about half an hour and offers some great panoramic city views. You'll also get a unique perspective gliding through the treetops of the forest. Once you exit the cable car, you can do a short hike through the lush forest and spot diverse flora and fauna. This loop is the only one in the park that you can do without a guide. Since the park sits at an altitude of 2,100 meters, or 6,889 feet, you can breathe in the crisp mountain air. At the time of this video, the entrance fee to the park was 60,000 Colombian pesos, or about $13 for foreigners. Perched on top of a small hill in Medellin, Pueblito Paisa is a life-sized replica of a traditional town in Antioquia, which is the Colombian department where Medellin is located. This small village has cobblestone streets, colorful houses, and a colonial church. We recommend slowly walking around the town, enjoying a meal at one of the local restaurants, visiting the museum about the city, or watching a live street performance. It's entirely free to visit, and the hill also offers some amazing views of the city. The Botanical Garden is a lush oasis in the north of the city. Here, you can explore its diverse plant life and wander through the beautifully landscaped gardens. Don't miss the iconic Orchideorama, a stunning architectural marvel. The lake is another must-visit area, where you can spot many turtles and birds. There's also a restaurant on site where you can grab a bite or drink. Entrance to the park was free at the time of our visit. Located on the southwestern edge of the city, the Hill of Three Crosses is a short yet somewhat challenging trail. The hike is about 2.8 kilometers or 1.7 miles long. It also has 343 meters or 985 feet of elevation gain. This out and back trail usually takes between 1.5 or 2 hours to complete. As you ascend, you'll be rewarded with amazing vistas of the city skyline, as well as various types of flowers. The summit is marked by 3 crosses and is the perfect spot to soak in the beauty of the surrounding landscape.
We had a few safety recommendations from locals about this hike. And number 1 is do it on the weekends because there's just a lot more people around. Number 2, don't do it when it's dark. And number 3, don't do it after big rain because the trail can get very slippery.
Thanks to its year-round favorable weather and mountainous terrain, Medellín is a haven for paragliding. Paragliding tours take off from San Felix, situated to the north of Medellín. With an experienced pilot, you glide for about 15 or 20 minutes through the sky. You'll take in stunning views of the city skyline, lush mountains, and waterfalls. The experience that we booked also included pictures, videos, insurance, and hotel pickup and drop-off.
We just finished paragliding for the second time in our lives and it was super fun. We booked this activity with Get Your Guide because we could read verified reviews from other travelers.
Yeah, and in a lot of those reviews, they highlighted a priority of safety by the guides, which gave us confidence to book an activity like this. And that brings us to the sponsor of today's video. Get Your Guide is a leading online platform for booking unforgettable travel experiences. They offer over 110,000 activities in destinations around the world, including a wealth of options in Medellín. All of these are reviewed and rated by verified travelers, just like us. This means that you can find activities that match your personal interests and book with confidence. Their user-friendly app keeps everything organized, with food tours, walking tours, and day trips all in one convenient place. For us, paragliding was a remarkable experience since we felt very comfortable and safe, even though we were gliding over the city at such high altitude. We also loved the Comuna 13 and Historic Center walking tours, as they gave us new insights about the history and culture of Medellín. We'll talk about these later in this video. With 24/7 customer support and a flexible cancellation policy, Get Your Guide gives you the peace of mind to book confidently. Based on our experiences, we highly recommend using Get Your Guide for your next adventure. Plaza Botero is a vibrant cultural square in the historic city center of Medellín. It's adorned with 23 iconic sculptures that were created by Fernando Botero, a renowned Colombian artist. His signature style, known as boterismo, is characterized by exaggerated proportions. And while his sculptures can be found all around the world, nowhere is his work more abundant and celebrated than in his hometown of Medellín. While admiring the sculptures, take the opportunity to explore the nearby Museum of Antioquia, which houses an extensive collection of Botero's works, as well as other Colombian artists. Medellín's historic center is a vibrant hub of activity, where past and present intertwine. As you wander through its bustling streets, you'll encounter a fascinating blend of colonial architecture, modern skyscrapers, and lively markets. Some highlights include the historic railway station, the Park of Lights, San Antonio Park, Barrio Park, the National Palace Mall, and Plaza Botero. To ensure a great experience, we recommend joining a guided walking tour led by knowledgeable locals. In that way, you can stay safe, hear stories from people who actually live in Medellín, and gain important insights into the city's history and transformation. Situated in the heart of the city, the riverside parks offer an authentic and relaxed experience away from the hustle and bustle. In fact, this pedestrian-friendly zone is built on top of a former highway. As you stroll along the riverbanks, you can admire the city's skyline and lush green spaces while enjoying the vibrant local atmosphere. This area comes alive in the early evening, with street food vendors and performers lining the walking paths. There are also some modern restaurants and cute cafes. If you're into local areas like this, it's also worth checking out the hip Laureles neighborhood, which is adjacent to the park. Escape into nature and culture on a day trip to the popular Guatapé. Located about a 2-hour drive from Medellín, Guatapé is particularly known for its proximity to a massive granite rock formation with 740 steps built into its walls. It's a sweaty but rewarding climb with incredible vistas of the reservoir and countryside from the top. The hike to get to the top of the rock and then back down to the bottom usually takes between 45 minutes to an hour and a half, including time for pictures. But the town itself is also a must-visit, with charming shops, delicious restaurants, and colorful houses. The details in the buildings are really stunning. Since the town sits on the shores of the lake, there are also plenty of boat tours and jet skiing opportunities. It's possible to get to Guatapé by public bus from Medellín if you don't mind doing some planning. But if you're looking for a more streamlined and convenient experience, then you can do this as a guided day tour. El Poblado is a trendy and upscale neighborhood in Medellín. Known as a safe haven with a variety of accommodation options, it's the most popular choice for travelers. We left links to a few great places to stay in the description below the video. During the day, you can explore the fashionable boutique shops, modern art galleries, and cozy cafes. When the sun goes down, the area comes alive with a bustling nightlife scene. Enjoy cocktails on a rooftop, savor gourmet cuisine at a restaurant, and dance the night away at one of the clubs or bars in Provenza. Comuna 13 was once the most violent area of Medellín. This was due to the presence of paramilitaries, guerrillas, narcos, and the military. Fights between rival groups made this area feel like a war zone. But since the early 2000s, this densely populated hillside district has undergone a remarkable transformation. And today, it's a vibrant neighborhood known for its colorful street art and thriving economy, with a variety of vendors, musicians, and street performers. While it is safe to visit the area's main tourist streets independently, joining a guided tour provides a deeper understanding of the community's history and ongoing revitalization. We really enjoyed our guided tour of Comuna 13 and left a link in the description below this video if you want to do the same one. As we promised at the beginning of the video, we'll now share a few travel and safety tips for Medellín. First, we recommend booking accommodation in areas like El Poblado or Laureles, known for their safety and vibrant atmosphere. These neighborhoods offer a range of options, from budget-friendly hostels to luxurious hotels. In Medellín, you can use the Uber app to order taxis. This is a great option, as it allows you to track your ride, see the driver's information, and pay conveniently through the app. But Medellín's metro system is also efficient, clean, and relatively safe. It's particularly useful during rush hour and for longer journeys in the city, like the Botanical Garden or RV Park. If you do take the metro, just make sure to keep your bag in front of you. Finally, you should always keep an eye on your belongings, especially in crowded areas. Use secure bags and avoid displaying valuables. This is known locally as the no dar papaya rule. be really cautious of pickpockets, particularly in tourist hotspots and the historic city center. For the latter, it's better to join a guided tour since the guide can provide additional safety and local insights. If you're planning your trip to Colombia, we recommend keeping things organized with our interactive travel planner. Find a discount code in the description below the video. We also included other important links in the description that will help with your Medellin experience, such as an interactive map so you can get to each place we mentioned. We'll catch you on the next adventure.